Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel where I attempt to somehow learn Korean in this country. So besides going to a Korean class, and my apartment's messy, I'm sorry. But besides going to a Korean class every Saturday for 8 hours a day, or 8 hours during that Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and I have to travel 1 hour to get there. I mentioned that in the previous video. But besides doing that, I noticed that I need to work on my vocabulary as well as work on obviously building the grammar so that I can get past this small level that I'm at with Korean. But there's something else that I noticed. There are times when a Korean person or a person who is fluent in Korean is speaking to me with natural, with just their natural way of speaking the language. And it's simple sentences like, where are you from? What are you doing? What's your job? How old are you? Really, really simple stuff. But being in a class, as wonderful as it may be, and as great as some textbooks can be, being in that class, I realized my teacher doesn't, my teacher and of course my classmates, they speak clear, textbook style, teacher style, Korean. Pretty much the way that I speak to my students when, I'm teaching them versus when I, try to do the talk time. So basically what I do with my students is I'll talk to them like this. Turn left. Go straight. Go 2 blocks. It's on your left. It's next to the coffee shop. See, like that. And that's how my teacher speaks to me, and that's how us in the class speak to each other. It's slower, it's clearer, it's easier to understand when, someone asks you the question. But the problem with that is that when someone speaks to you with natural speed, the mumbling, the slurs, all that type of stuff that comes with natural language, I have a hard time understanding it, even if it's simple stuff like, 어디 가요? Where are you going? 어디 가요? Like just even that, if like they say it with their small tone, like mumbling tone or whatever, just natural way of speaking, I'll sit there and like for a second I'm like, what? And then I realize maybe like 3 minutes later that they just asked me a very, very simple question. Like my students try to speak to me in Korean and it's simple stuff because they're elementary kids. They don't use big words or like complex, grammar points or stuff like that, or even like long paragraphs to me. They just always speak simple, and I'm learning the same Korean at the same Korean speed as they're learning with English. But yeah, so it's taken me a long time to get here, and obviously I haven't even like edited anything because I'm too lazy to download my editor and see if it works on my brand new smaller computer. But basically the method that I am attempting to try, and I will tell you later if it works. We'll see. I'm gonna try and get through one section of it. But basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do that thing that I notice a lot of Koreans use to learn English or help them understand natural English, is basically watch episodes of a popular TV show. Like most Koreans use Friends, How I Met Your Mother, and The Big Bang Theory. I don't know, maybe that might be inaccurate. The third one might be inaccurate. But I know Friends and How I Met Your Mother is definitely how they use that to hear the natural way that people speak English, to learn English. Yeah. So I'm going to try and use I guess I would use a popular drama. But popular dramas change, and then there's really, really popular dramas, and they're not easy to find on the internet with Korean subtitles. But instead, I'm going to just use a drama that I really like. And what I did is that I found the drama is on Netflix, but they only have English subtitles. And I found the Korean subtitles by typing in the Korean name of the TV show plus jamak, which is Korean for subtitles. So I typed in the TV show name plus jamak, and then I got the subtitles. And I was able to look at them and read them alongside. But I don't do that at the same time. Let me tell you how I do it. I'm sorry, I'm going off on the deep end here. It's taking too long to get to the point. But how I do it is basically, I do it in 10-second intervals or line by line. I think line by line works best for me personally, because when they have that pause, it's easier for me to be like, stop, okay, let me rewind, let me try and hear it. So what I do is I listen first, no subtitles. So I just listen and see if I can understand anything from the natural way that they're speaking. Reality TV show, dramas, whatever. Just try to see if I can understand that first, series of lines before the break, before they pause, between sentences or whatever. And then I try to write down what I think I heard. So I write down what I think I heard. And then after that, I look at the subtitles, the Korean subtitles, or the script that I downloaded. I realize I've been diagonal this whole time. Awkward. I'm using not my tripod because I don't have a full tripod, just one of the baby ones, and it's the cheap version of a GorillaPod, so it doesn't actually properly work. But anyway, after I look at the Korean subtitles, and then I check to see if what I heard is what is actually on the paper. And when I first did it, of course, it definitely was not. There was maybe one, I think, let me see. Yeah, there was 1 or 2 words that I actually got correctly. So there was 1 or 2 words that I actually got correctly. And then I would write down the correct sentence, the correct Korean sentence, and then try to see if I understand the words in the correct Korean sentence. If I do not understand the words in the correct Korean sentence, I highlight them in a specific color that differentiates, that this is a word I don't know. I highlight them, and then I look them up on Naver Dictionary, because, Papago works, but if it's a kind of a slangy type thing, Papago doesn't really do well with that. Or if it's something that's, I don't know, a weird term, a word that I learned today from the thing was bulhok. So bulhok, you can't, the translating app Papago and Google Translate does not translate that correctly. It translates it as something weird like irresponsibility or something like that, when actually in this TV show, bulhok means to be 40 years old, or somewhere 40 and older, kind of like that, like a middle-aged man, I guess. I don't know. A man or woman of 40, I don't know. But basically kind of like that, that's what it means. And so I had to use Naver Dictionary, besides Papago, Naver Dictionary as well, if Papago doesn't actually make it make sense. And then I would put that down and stuff like that. And of course, I would end up trying to see what I think the sentence means in English after I've attempted to define the words. And then after I try to see what the sentence means in English, I write that down. I turn on the English subtitles and listen to that same line again with the English subtitles. And if the English subtitles kind of match up to what I wrote down of what I thought it meant, then we're good. And then I again turn off the subtitles, and then I try to listen again over and over again, and then I try to listen and repeat what they say so that I can kind of get used to talking in that speed, or at least understand that speed, and being able to hear where each, where the syllables are in each word, because they talk fast when they're using natural Korean. So I'm hearing my coworkers talk, and I'm maybe only understanding 1 or 2 words and just missing the other sentences. So far, I haven't ran into any grammar points that I don't know yet, which is kind of cool. So it's kind of cool that I haven't run into any grammar points that I don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure I will run into them soon because I'm only beginner. So there's not a lot of grammar points that I know yet. I don't know. I wonder if the level that I'm at, we're almost done with learning simple grammar points. I have no idea. I'm supposed to tell you guys about this program that I'm in, if you guys care to know. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm attempting to do alongside doing my homework and studying with the class. Trying to get my listening up so that I can do better at speaking to people in person Because, I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, I feel like you gotta speak in person to actually know the language and embarrass yourself. Yeah, which I embarrassed myself a couple of days ago. So, you know, it's fine. On the simplest thing. Where are you from? Forgot how to say that because I got nervous. But, you know, it's fine. It's cool. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Tell me what you're doing if you are studying Korean as well, or if you're studying any other language. Tell me what you're doing in the comments below. And again, tell me what you want me to cover in another video at some point. I'll write it down and cover that. Anyway, peace. Nice to talk to the camera and to you guys again. See you next time. Bye.